Most professionals approach their brand the same way. Highlight credentials, emphasize experience, and try to outperform competitors on every single measure. It's a race with no finish line, and frankly, it's one you can't win. Think about it. Someone will always have more certifications, more years in the business, and more impressive clients on their roster. And when you compete on being better, you're constantly being measured against someone else's yardstick, someone else. And the moment you claim to be the best, 10 competitors will challenge that claim with their own metrics. And this approach creates a stressful cycle of one-upmanship. And it leaves you feeling inadequate no matter how much you achieve. More importantly, it doesn't actually help you stand out in the minds of potential clients or referral partners. Here's a powerful alternative. Instead of trying to be better, focus on being different. You see, when you're different, you create your own category. You're not competing, you're occupying your unique space in the market that you exclusively own. I'm not talking about gimmicks or fabricating a false persona. It's about identifying and amplifying what's genuinely unique about you. Your approach, your story. Being different means you're no longer in a race you can't win. Instead, you're playing a game you can't lose. You're the only one in the race. Consider two financial advisors in the same city. One markets herself as providing superior returns and comprehensive planning. The other positions himself as the advisor who helps entrepreneurs protect wealth during business transactions, because I've sold 3 companies myself. Now, who's more memorable? Who has the clearer value proposition? The second advisor isn't claiming to be better, he's claiming to be different in a specific, meaningful way. Now here's the truth that changes everything about how you should approach your brand. People remember you before they remember what you sell. When someone needs your type of service, they don't think, I need product X. They think, I need to call that person I met. Your brand creates a connection that transcends any single product or service you offer. This personal connection is what makes you an influencer in your field and a magnet for opportunities. Because a strong personal brand ensures that when potential clients or referral partners think of a solution, they think of you first. Not your company, not the products you sell, just you. And it's this memorability that attracts clients. It attracts employers, it attracts collaborators who don't just want what you sell, they want to work specifically with you. They'll even pay premium rates for the privilege because they trust you as a person, not just as a vendor. Consider this example. Okay, I'm a real estate agent. I can buy or sell a home with comprehensive market analysis and negotiation expertise. Wow, blah. How about I'm the agent who helps first-time home buyers navigate the emotional and financial stress of home ownership, because I remember how overwhelming my first purchase was. I walk my clients through every confusing step. Now think about that second approach. It creates an immediate connection. It's personal, it's specific, it's memorable. When someone meets a first-time home buyer, they'll think of this agent specifically, not just any real estate agent. See, personal brands also have other crucial advantage. They're transferable. Now, if you're a business owner, the chances are that you may start another business at some point in the future, or if you work for a company, there's definitely a chance you may change jobs at some time in your life. If you change companies, you shift specialities, or even move to a different city, your personal brand moves with you. The relationship, the trust, the reputation you've built is yours. Products become outdated, companies restructure, markets shift, but a strong personal brand rooted in who you are and what you uniquely offer remains valuable regardless of external changes. Now, if you're wondering where to find what makes you different, you need to look at your own life story, your experiences, your challenges, your insights. They're guaranteed to be unique because no one has lived your exact same life. And storytelling is one of the most powerful tools for showcasing your uniqueness and building an authentic connection. Yet most business professionals underutilize their stories, thinking their journey isn't special enough to share. And it is. There's a three-part story framework that you need to think about. And if you want to create a compelling brand, these are the 3 things that you definitely need to do. First, the challenge you faced. It's the problem or obstacle that changed your perspective or approach to your work. It doesn't have to be dramatic. It simply needs to be real and relatable. For an insurance agent, this might be something like, I watched my parents lose everything after being underinsured during a house fire. They thought they had adequate coverage, but the same fine print told a different story. So there's a challenge, right? It's something that you remember from a childhood. The turning point, part 2, and this is the moment, the realization or decision that shifted your perspective. It's that aha moment that changed how you approach your work. If we continue with the insurance example, that experience taught me that people don't need more insurance. They need someone who actually reads the policies and explains what they're buying. I decided to become that person. So you can see the turn is there about making sure that his clients or her clients get the best advice. And the outcome? This is now how you apply those lessons to help others. It's the bridge between your story and the client's benefit. So again, with the insurance example, now, I don't just sell policies. I audit coverage, explain exclusions in plain language, and make sure my clients never face what my parents did. I'm not the cheapest agent, but I'm the one who makes sure you're actually protected. And you see how that personal story contains the experiences, the challenges, the insights that guarantee a brand narrative will stand out because no one else can tell it. Stories accomplish what a list of credentials can't. They create an emotional connection and trust. They make your expertise relatable and accessible. They demonstrate your values in action. They give people a reason to remember you specifically. They provide natural conversation starters for referral partners. So when someone asks what you do, responding with your story instead of your title creates instant differentiation. I'm a financial advisor is your job title. I help entrepreneurs protect their wealth during business transitions because I've sold 3 companies and made every stake in the book is memorable. Been there, done that. It's an experience. And your story doesn't need to be extraordinary. It needs to be authentic and it needs to be relevant to the people you serve. The mortgage broker who struggled to buy her first home, the business consultant who failed his first venture, the attorney who watched a family member go through a difficult legal battle. These stories create connections because they reveal the why behind what you do. People don't just buy what you do, they buy why you do it. You've got to identify what makes you different, and once you've identified it, you can connect it to your story. The final step is then articulating it clearly and concisely. Most professionals struggle here. I did in the beginning. You default to vague statements that can describe anyone in their field. I help clients achieve their goals through personalized service and expert guidance. I mean, that could apply to virtually any business or any service professional. It's not wrong, but it's certainly not useful. It doesn't tell anyone what makes you different, who you specifically serve, or why someone should choose you. You need to come up with your own unique value statement formula. Here's a simple template. It's a structure that you could use to create your unique value statement. I help specific people who want a specific outcome to achieve a specific result because I have specific experience skills they need. I know, it's difficult when we're doing an audio to explain how that means. I'm going to put this in the description below. But let's break down each bit of it. Specific people, don't say everyone or businesses, narrow it down. First-time home buyers, small business owners preparing for sale, families with special needs children. These are all specific. So I help specific people. Identify your specific people. Next is the specific outcome. What do they want? Not what they need, that comes later, but what they're actively seeking, what they're looking for. Buy their first home without getting overwhelmed. Maximize their exit value as a small business owner. Protect their child's future. These are all specific outcomes that you need to identify what your ideal customers are looking for. Then you've got the achieve the specific result. What specific problem do you solve or benefit do you provide? Again, keeping on with these examples, navigate the process confidently, avoid costly tax mistakes, establish proper guardianship and financial plans. So what we got is the specific people, which is your ideal customer. The specific outcome, what do they want? The specific result, what specific problem do you solve? And then we tie it in with your specific experience or your skill. This is your story. What have you done, learned, or experienced that directly equips you to help the people that you've identified? I've bought and sold 200 plus homes in this market. I've guided 30 plus business sales. I'm a special needs parent myself. Whatever those connections are to make the story relatable keeps it all together in one place. I've got a few examples I'm going to go through here. You can read more in the Substack article over on letstalkreferrals.substack.com. But let's take the real estate example. I help clients buy and sell homes with exceptional service. You should read my posts on customer service because really exceptional service means nothing until we've been through it. But here's the differentiated real estate agent. I help first-time home buyers in the metro area who feel overwhelmed by the process to buy confidently and avoid costly mistakes because I've guided over 100 first-timers and I remember exactly how confusing my own first purchase was. You see the difference? Okay. Yes, it's longer to say. Yes, you're going to have to kind of remember it. But if it's really your story, you won't have to remember much about it. You'll be able to just say it when people ask. The generic financial advisor. I provide comprehensive wealth management services. Cool. What's that mean? All right. Or the once differentiated. I help entrepreneurs preparing for business exits who want to maximize after-tax proceeds to build wealth that lasts beyond the sale because I've sold 2 companies myself and learned what most advisors miss about exit planning. You can tell the difference, right? Insurance agents. I offer personalized insurance solutions for all your needs. Okay, good. No idea what that means. Differentiated insurance agent. I help young families who are confused about life insurance to get adequate coverage without overpaying because I watched my brother's family struggle financially after he passed and I won't let that happen to my clients. You can see the difference. The differentiated statements, examples that I just shared with you, immediately tell you who they serve, what problem they solve, and why they are uniquely qualified. And they're memorable. You could probably hear one of these statements and remember it weeks later. So understanding how this all works is one thing. Implementing them is obviously another. I want you to think about how you can start applying this strategy to your business development efforts, because these stories need to be part of your business. Let's start by honestly assessing how you currently present yourself. Look at your LinkedIn profiles, your websites, your business cards. Read your elevator pitch or email signature. Review how you introduce yourself at networking events and ask yourself, could this description apply to dozens of other professionals in my field? If the answer is yes, you've got some work to do. You've got to mine your story for that differentiation. Set aside time to reflect on your journey. What challenges led you to this career? What moments changed how you approach your work? What do you wish someone had told you when you got started? What mistakes have you made that now inform how you help your clients? What personal experiences give you unique empathy or insight? And these answers contain the raw material for your story, your differentiation story. You're not looking for perfection, you're looking for authenticity and relevance. And using the formula I just mentioned earlier, and again, we're going to put it in the description, write out multiple versions of your unique value statement and test them. Ask some friends, ask some colleagues. Is it clear who I help? Is it obvious what problem I solve? Do you understand why I'm different? Would you remember this well enough to refer to someone? If you're in BNI, ask your BNI members for feedback. Refine it until you have a statement you can deliver naturally and confidently in 15 to 20 seconds. And then you've got to update all your touch points, right? You need to probably rewrite your LinkedIn headline and summary, update your homepage, change out your email signature, craft a new introduction for networking events, and make sure to let your referral partners know what you do, and not just the top title, right? That story. Consistency matters. Your differentiation should be immediately apparent whether someone finds you on LinkedIn, gets referred by a colleague, or meets you at an event. And then you've got to test and refine it. Pay attention to how people respond to your new positioning. Do they ask follow-up questions? Show they understood? Do they immediately think of somebody that they can refer to you? Do they remember you at future encounters, future networking events? Do qualified prospects actually reach out? And if you're not getting these kind of responses, you need to refine it, change it. Sometimes it will take a few iterations to find the positioning that truly resonates and that is authentic. Look, building this differential personal brand isn't a quick fix. It's a strategic positioning that compounds over time. You're creating an advantage over the competition that being better just can't match. When you're clearly different, your referral partners know exactly when to think of you. They're not choosing between you and 3 other similar professionals. You're the obvious choice for your specific niche. Hint, you can have more than one depending on who you're talking to. And when you're clearly different, prospects come to you pre-sold on your approach. They've heard your story from a referral source and they're seeking you out specifically, not shopping around. When you're clearly different, you can command premium pricing because you're not a commodity. You're a specialist with a unique expertise and perspective. Most importantly, when you're clearly different, your business becomes more enjoyable. You're actually working with people who genuinely value your unique approach rather than constantly trying to convince skeptics that you're marginally better than the competition. Building this personal brand isn't about outperforming everyone else. It's about being undeniably, authentically yourself in a way that creates clear value for a specific audience. The professionals who thrive in referral-based businesses aren't necessarily the most credentialed or experienced. They're the most memorable and clearly differentiated. They've moved beyond the exhausting competition of better and created their own category of different. So here's your challenge. What is the one unique story only you can tell? What experience, insight, or perspective do you have that your competitors don't? More importantly, how can you start sharing it today? Your differentiation isn't hidden in some far-off achievement you haven't reached yet. It's already there. It's already within you, waiting to be articulated and shared. The market doesn't need another professional trying to be marginally better at the same things than everyone else. It needs you. It needs your unique story, your unique voice, serving the specific people only you can serve in that specific way. That's not just differentiation. That's the foundation of a referral-generating, opportunity-attracting personal brand that makes competition irrelevant. This is Steve Black with Let's Talk Referrals. Thanks for listening.